Do you know how to set up the perfect sensory break specific to your child's sensory needs? We're going to teach you how. Welcome back to the Harkla YouTube channel. I'm Jessica.
And I'm Rachel. We are the in-house occupational therapy assistants here at Harkla. So first things first, what is a sensory break? How does it apply to you? Why do you need to know about these? A sensory break is just a short brain break, essentially, that redirects you from an activity that you're working on, your child is doing, and it resets your little nervous system and allows you to get more focused once you return from that sensory activity.
Yeah, so we all need sensory breaks throughout our day, especially as adults, where oftentimes we are more sedentary. Oftentimes we're working on a computer for several hours of the day. We actually need those sensory breaks throughout the day to help our brains take a break, give our body some sensory input, some movement, and our children really, really need this as well, because children were designed to play and move. That's how they learn. They need these sensory breaks to really be successful with academics, social, and regulation. And research shows that these frequent, quick little sensory breaks taken throughout the day actually improves time on task, improves quality of work for children and for adults. So the barrier of we don't have time to take sensory breaks, actually you do, because it's going to improve everything else.
You do. Actually.
Because it's going to improve everything else that is happening. What we want to look at is incorporating sensory activities that the child seeks out. So oftentimes we have children who seek out lots of movement, lots of jumping, sometimes spinning or running. So let's incorporate some of those full body movement activities, things like jumping jacks, windmills, crawling, animal walks. Those are a really good place to start.
Once you've hit that high threshold, because let's face it, a lot of our kiddos have that high sensory threshold. If you don't know what that is, we have previous YouTube videos that we'll link for you to learn about that threshold. But once you've ideally met that threshold, then you want to provide some of those calming proprioceptive-based activities.
Now, what you'll notice is if you can implement these quick sensory breaks every single day, several times throughout the day, what you'll notice is that the child will actually be more regulated throughout the day versus just trying to do it when they're already dysregulated. You know, we talk about using more of a proactive approach, doing it frequently throughout the day versus a reactive approach where we're doing it only when the child is dysregulated, right? We want to be doing it throughout the day multiple times to really provide the best sensory input all day long.
Real quick, have you ever felt unsure about how to support your child's motor development and you just don't know where to start?
Well, we just released our brand new motor skills course, and it's designed for parents and therapists just like you, whether you are a therapist working with children to help them improve their coordination or their handwriting, or if you're a parent who just wants to help support your child on their motor skill development journey, this course is for you.
This course is designed for kids ages 6 and up, and it's broken down into really simple, actionable steps. So that means you're going to learn what motor skills are, why they're important, and how to really improve your child or your client's motor skills from the ground up.
Plus, this course comes with 170 video demonstrations, so you're never guessing on any of the activities. It includes 50 downloadable PDFs, and the best part, it comes with the physical workbook that will be mailed directly to you, so you have everything at your fingertips.
This course is designed to give you practical, simple, and fun strategies to implement into the home or the clinic setting. Plus, if you are an OT, you do get 0.55 AOTA CEUs, which is 5.5 contact hours.
So click the link below to check out all of the details and get started today. Now, we want to leave you with some of our favorite sensory break activities. Again, these are short, sweet, quick. They don't have to take a long time. Just do a couple of reps and move on. The first one are jumping jacks. Pretty simple and straightforward. Maybe do 5 to 10 jumping jacks.
Keep in mind, these are the alerting activities. These are going to be those activities that we do first to meet that high sensory threshold. So we've got jumping jacks, we've got windmills are great because they get the head into different positions, different planes, which activates that vestibular system.
Another one to try is sour spray, which might not always be feasible in the classroom, but if you are a therapist in outpatient or if you're at home, definitely get some sour spray.
And then we love spinning, but starting small with like 1 to 2 to 3 times in each direction. Going counterclockwise first, stopping, getting reset, and then spinning clockwise next.
Yes. And then another really great one are cross crawls. These don't seem like they would be super alerting, but it gets you up and it gets you moving. So it can be categorized in the alerting category.
And then for a few calming activities that we want to do afterwards is just crawling, getting down on the floor and crawling around the room. It's simple, but it's very highly effective.
Yep. The perfect calming, regulating sensory activity to do at your desk would be a chair push-up. This is one of my favorites to teach students because they can do it whenever they need. They don't have to get up. They don't have to interrupt their work. They can just do a couple of chair push-ups really quick.
And then we also love just pushing the hands together, clasping those fingers and then pulling them apart. That's another really simple way to just get some quick proprioceptive input.
Yeah. Another really great one we call dots and squeezes, and this is really simply just, again, teaching your child how to do this for themselves when they need it, is to just gently but firmly push on the joints of the hand. You can rub your hands together really fast. You can teach them how to kind of give themselves some compression to their arms. Simple, easy, teach them how to do it and they can use it when they need it.
And then one more that we'll share, oral motor activities. These are also really calming, things like chewing gum or like the sour spray like we mentioned, and then blowing activities. You know, if we have water bottles or if we have straws, blowing pom-poms across the desk, blowing bubbles in our water. Just oral motor activities in general provide a lot of calming proprioceptive inputs.
Now we do have a handful of other YouTube videos where we give specific activity ideas, but just keep in mind that creating like the perfect sensory break can be some trial and error. So, you know, don't write something off because it didn't work the first time. Implement it on a consistent basis. Try other sequences, different order of activities to see what works.
We also have a handful of products that can be really helpful for implementing these sensory breaks as well. We've got sensory dice, we've got sensory sticks, and we have sensory cards. So a little bit of everything to help meet those needs where you're at and just take the guesswork out of it.
Yeah. If this video was helpful, if you have questions about sensory breaks, whether in the classroom, at home, in the clinic, let us know in the comments. We're happy to answer any questions you have.
Don't forget to listen to our podcast, All Things Sensory by Harkla, because we have over 300 episodes on this same topic and many others that will just give you everything you need to know to implement those sensory breaks.
Yep. Also, make sure you're following us on Instagram. We're at Harkla_family as well as at All Things Sensory Podcast.
And with that, we hope this was helpful. We can't wait to see you next week for another video.
Okay, bye.